Hey everybody! Today I'm going to talk to you guys about energies and vibrations. Okay, a few days ago my son was feeling really aggravated and he said he didn't really know why. I said, well, have you vacuumed your room lately? And he goes, oh, it's been a couple weeks. And I said, well, why don't you vacuum your room and see how you feel? So he vacuumed his room and he's like, oh, Mommy, I feel so much better. And, so we had this really long conversation about energies and vibrations and everything. And so I'm going to have this conversation with you guys. Now, I practice a very simple form of Feng Shui, which is the art of placement and energy flow. And also, I'm also a magical practitioner who is in tune with my energies and the energies surrounding me. So with those two things in my favor, which all you guys have that in your favor as well, when you start to clean up areas, typically you'll start to feel a little bit happier, a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher, and you'll start to think a little more clearly. Well, why this is everything has a vibration, which most of you guys know that by now anyway. But there's low-level vibrations and high-level vibrations. High-level vibrations are happy things like plants, animals, outside being in nature, water. Low-level things are like fights, bad words that hold a very negative connotation, clutter, trash, things like that. So, when you are in a room for a long time, let's just say that your bedroom, okay, so you've got your bedroom, and when you first move into your bedroom, oh, it feels fresh and great, and you're like, oh, yay, this is fabulous. And then as the days and weeks and months pass by, you may have a favorite spot to stash books, and then a favorite, chair to throw your clothes, and before you know it, there's dust everywhere, and you've got a pile of stuff just kind of sitting there, and this and that. Well, what happens is, and I talk about this in my space cleansing video, is energy and vibrations get kind of stuck in those corners, under beds, under chairs, in closets, things like that. And so when we clean them out, the actual act of being in that space will help stir up the energy. And if you have pets, pets are a very good thing to stir up and keep energy fresh and high. But what happens when you clean stuff out, you're, basically, okay, think of it as kind of like a dust bunny or like psychic cobwebs per se, because, there's like, vibrations get stuck in certain areas. It's almost like they're in a jar and they start, bouncing off of the objects and the clutter and the dust and the dirt and everything, and so they get kind of stuck in there. And so when you clean something out, you're taking that energy and you're disrupting it and you're changing it in some way. So when you clean out and you vacuum and dust and everything, then you lighten that load and, you lighten all those low vibrations. You take all that out and you refresh it, and it brings it to a higher vibrational level because it's cleaner and the energy has been stirred and cleansed and everything like that. So if you notice how you feel in a room before you clean it, and the easy way to do this is just stop and breathe and just notice. And another way that you can do is just rub your hands together and get them sensitized, and then just kind of start feeling the area in the room, and you'll feel it with your hands or with your body, and you'll be able to tell with physical sensations of how the energy feels in that particular room, whether it's you'll get kind of a sinking feeling if it's real heavy or low vibrations, or you'll get kind of like a spark of energy if it's like a very high vibrational room. So if you're feeling that way in any particular room, vacuum, especially vacuum, because low energies tend to sink to the floor. And by vacuuming, and if you can't even get in an area, you can even just take the hose of the vacuum and just kind of shove it under the bed or whatever. Or see if you can get a broom, just depending on if you've got hard floors or carpet. So, anyway, now, one thing that a lot of people overlook when they're cleaning their house and stuff is their car. You're in your car so much, especially in like the U.S. where we drive so long to get to our jobs. I know some people that drive 2 hours a day just to get to their job and then 2 hours back. So it's pretty intense, but a lot of us see it as just, well, this is a means just to get, to and from work or to and from the mall or to and from wherever we want to go. And we typically tend to neglect our vehicles as far as the cleanliness. Most people wash their car and, keep it, fairly tuned up and whatnot. But if you haven't washed your car lately, wash your car and see what it feels like. And today it's actually fairly nice. It's supposed to be in the 50s today, and it's been very, very cold outside. So I haven't washed my car in like over a month. And so I just got back from the car wash, and I'm like, oh, I have to do a video about vibrations, because when you wash your car, even though it's the outside of the vehicle, I felt so much lighter, and it was just the outside of my car. And, really try to be in touch with the vibrations around you. And really, every day when you wake up, try to notice the vibrations around you, the energy. Everything has a personal vibration. Your room, your blankets, your computer, your car, everything. And if the vibrations are low, you'll feel it. And if they're high, you'll feel it as well. So try to notice vibrations today or this week and do a little experiment. Go into a room that hasn't been touched or hasn't been cleaned and just see what it feels like. And then, maybe journal about it and just kind of really think about and fix that in your mind, what that feels like, as far as if your energy sinks, if your heart feels kind of funny, your stomach feels kind of funny. And then, after you're done cleaning it, and then go back in and then see what it feels like. So, yay. Okay, anyway, but especially for kids, if you guys have kids and they're not sleeping well or they're just kind of scattered, clean their room. And I know parents don't like to clean their, like children's rooms and whatnot, but there are some times where you have to clean it just because, for peace of mind for the child. Because I for one, like to keep the house fairly picked up, but the boys' rooms, I like to have them clean themselves so that they learn the responsibility of cleaning their own room. But every once in a while, I'll go in and we'll just do a massive rearranging, reorganizing, clutter clear, whatever. But if I notice that they're getting kind of uncooperative and just kind of moody and stuff like that, I'll vacuum and dust extremely well. And then at least just to stir up the energy and take out the low-level energy that's on the floor. And it does wonders. It really does wonders for children's attitudes, because they are so in tune with energies. Naturally, they're high vibrational, beings anyway. So if you notice that your kids are feeling a little bit down or agitated or just kind of scattered, vacuum and dust their room, and it really, really makes a big difference. So, yay! Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed hearing a little bit about vibrations and energies and whatnot. This really is the season to clear out your clutter and clean and vacuum and dust and wash those windows and let the sun shine in and really just raise the vibrational energy around you, and that's going to make everything so much better and so much more crystal clear, and you're really going to be able to think a lot better after you do this. So, yay! Blessed be, and have a fabulous day. Mwah. Bye-bye.